Have we arranged a meeting, or is it your intent to address nobility lacking proper decorum? Speak quickly, lest you rile my temper. Oh, a harbinger of grim news. Not the best first impression. Well, thank you for telling me in advance of my own guards. It was only a matter of time before they spilled further east. Pardon the introduction, yet understand the need for it. We can't have any wandering yokel approach royalty like they're of the same stock. It's not good for the kingdom's image. We'll have the guard there as soon as possible. But for you, are you interested in some coin? We need someone to talk to us. Nothing more pleasing to a mercenary than gold. From your mannerisms, I'll make the sound assertion that you're not versed with High Rock itself, and probably lack knowledge of this realm. However, you will come to know the kingdom's people in short time, as our stone walls all but separate the encroach of savage from civilized. Yes, well, onto the matter. To the east of this bridge lies the town of Arnima, formerly Raven Spring, lest you run into a resident whose mind is stuck in bygone years. Can get confusing, much like everything else in this land. Within Arnima, you will find Jakos, who trains the scout detachment there. He's the only man that I somewhat trust, who's not completely beholden to his lord. Ask him about rumors. Tell him that I sent you. He should understand your intent. We've conducted affairs before. A simple nod from him will be more than enough information for you to infer. You don't need to know any further than that. Ask yourself, would a noble or an unknown scoundrel have their head on a pike in case a little conspiracy became public? Now, off you go. Earn a small fortune for yourself. I heard Evermore has many an opportunity to entertain your proclivities. On the stipulation of coin, mind you. Such coin that will be available on your return.
Stranger, fancy an extra blade to accompany you through the menagerie that is the Reach? Who said I'm not working for our mum as well? If it makes you feel any better, I spare a little prayer for every unfortunate bastard that happens to meet my axe. Besides, haven't you done just the same thing? Maybe poor of vision, but I ain't deaf. Always a spin, huh? Look, I ain't gonna knock you for earning a little extra coin. Not many other options to do so around the Reach. Though if you're ever feeling down and you need a rough pauldron to cry on, then I'm your man. Though I've got a little problem with my legs. You see, they can't move unless I rub them with some coin. Say, 500 septums to be exact. So, will you help a poor old codger to walk again? Gold makes me a happy man. Now let's go bash some skulls before I bore my arse off. All right then. Should pray before heading back out. You'll need the luck.
An eager helper or a plotting saboteur. For the latter, then I must warn you, there's no second chances within this town. First sign of you turning cloak will have you hoisted in the dungeons. What do you suggest? Confront our foes with daisies and smiles? They'll cleave your smug face in two. Yeah, there's some truth to your words, and I'd be remiss in this town's welfare if I stubbornly defend my stance. So if you're sincere and you want to help out, then we have a job at hand. Oh no, friend. Not attempt, but do. This isn't a job that you can just half-arse and make your peace with the land. You'll have to stick it through, else Mara's going to be receiving another soul. If you haven't noticed, we civilised folk in our civilised gatherings are but an enclave to all the scum that lie in wait, just a stone's throw from our gates. Our closest neighbours happen to be those feral folk dejected from the kingdom's settlements, making the wilds their home. Exiles, same thing, just different legal repercussions if they ever return to where they were booted. The punishment here is death. Waterfane decreed it so. Even the family of exiles can expect the same harsh treatment if they're ever found to be consorting with their criminal kin. Well, we needed a scout to oversee any contraband smugglers and corruption within our ranks. We may be dealing with the delinquents. Exiles don't pose the same threat as all the other villains in the Reach, but they sure break cohesion here in the kingdom. Always had a problem with our guard, doped up and turning a blind eye to their duties. Sometimes it's hard to distinguish between your own and those rats who supply them. Just what I like to hear. Some conviction for his work. Here, give us your map. I'll dot the area that our scout sheets as a vantage point. You can gander at the whole camp on this humble knob. Just make sure you're discreet with this venture. These exiles may be dumb, but they ain't blind. Keep your wits about you. Never seen you before, so I'll hazard a guess that you're new. The sheer state of this town must be in for a newcomer to first remark on its poverty. You're willing to stay a while longer, and you'll come to witness that some of us still retain our civility. Don't judge a book by its cover, they say. Wish that were completely true in our case. And I hear you can get your tongue cut off for having your words stray so close to treason. There's no point in scaring off another visitor, and I should applaud you for that intuition. Many have come to stay in this tragic town only to bemoan the people, instead of looking to who governs them. Got ourselves a spy. Could find yourself at the end of a rope.
Let's settle at the inn for a bit.
I know who you're talking about. Tell her that a helping hand is more than welcome. She'll get the gist. Before I forget myself as someone of meagre authority, take this letter as well. The seal is meant to keep prying fingers out, so she'll know if you start sticking your nose in. What? Want to take me to dinner? Just make sure you get back to her safely. If you ever feel your safety compromised, make sure to leave no trace of that letter. Because all the blood that follows will be on your hands, not mine. Got your blinders on? Plans have a tendency for being outed upon leaving your lips here. We've got ears all round town, eager to earn an extra sector for themselves by getting on the Lord's good side. Besides, our hands are often being tied through forces beyond Mortifane. There's a larger fear among the royalty in this province for uppity peasants than mad tyrants. We don't want to be setting any precedents with our unruliness now. And so our only ally is time. Wait for the Lord to pass on for a more just ruler to reign. Knowing the Reach is a hope based on fantasy. We shouldn't talk about this further. A man has to be cautious if he wants to keep his head. We'll talk again.
Make a prayer.
Cease your pestering. He can very well bring our town down with his if he doesn't come to his senses. I'll have to make word with Evermore's council to see what can be done. Your deeds are appreciated. Make yourself feel welcome atop our bridge. The head of the Imperial Embassy, Drugo, needs someone as disciplined as you. Make sure to pay them a visit. Seems they're going to make a push against the Orsimer who raised their outpost. Your help could make the difference. Good to see some enthusiasm. The Reach certainly needs more like you. I'll prefer to keep a head on my shoulders and not become incensed by recalling our past altercations. Even picturing that miserable bit of face casts a spell of anger over me. You needn't be. He, as a topic for conversation, is as pleasant as any affected duty we're plagued with, to only be addressed when its removal is an option. Till next we meet.